welcome to Anmaree's Workshop. My name is Anne Marie and I love to make things with joy. If you like to make things with joy or watch other people make things with joy, you have found the right place. Please like, subscribe, and share. And turn on the notification bell so that you can find out whenever I upload content. So this is my hashtag Friday Sews video. It is May 17th. And this is the Friday video that we release every week to kind of let you know what's going on in our workshops. It's sponsored by the So Creative group that's on Facebook, started by Jenny Weissner all those years ago. But it is a wonderful thing to join, a Facebook group to join, because it is part of a collective of like-minded sewers and creators who like to post and show the things they're working on to kind of encourage the community, the sewing community and the creative community to keep growing and keep working. So this video today is my April Makes video. I was kind of busy in April. I was working on the Sarah Challenge, which this is Sarah, my youngest child, and every year she comes up with a challenge for me to make her a new wardrobe for when she's at work. So I did a whole, I think 2 videos on that, but I will show you some of the individual pieces and talk about them. And then I will go ahead and show you the 2 things I made for myself. I'm going to rifle through some of the pieces that I made for Sarah. I will show them in a quick succession right here. I made a majority of them with athletic wear. I wanted her to be able to move and work. She's a massage therapist. She's very active. She massages horses. She rides horses. She rides bikes. She moves around a lot. So I wanted her to have a comfortable wardrobe that she could wear a majority of it on the airplane so that she would have room to carry her stuff to and fro, because she is an avid house sitter. And so when she goes to the US to work, she has to move from place to place. So as you can see, these are some of the things that I made for her. Now, my first concept was based on browns and creams and everything to suit a pair of boots that I had received from my dear Melly Mel. But because I live here in Jamaica, I really wasn't getting a chance to use them. Sarah put them on, fit her perfectly, and so that was the impetus or the inspiration to make this first wardrobe. Now, what happened though is after I completed the wardrobe, I thought, it looks like fall to me. It doesn't look like spring. So then I about-faced, chose a different color palette, which was light blue, grays, blue, deep blue, of course with some tie-dye because she loves herself some tie-dye, and I made this second wardrobe over there. So once again, the stretch knit fabric was sourced from Pings here in Mandeville, Jamaica. And I think almost every piece, the zippers and such, were bought online from Temu. And let me think, what else did I have on there? I think that's about it. But the wardrobe, she's been wearing it nonstop in Portland, and it's worked out wonderfully. So that was what I made for her. So let me show you some of the pattern envelopes of the things that the patterns I used to make this wardrobe. So I used Vogue V8806 for the duster athletic dress that I did make reversible for Sarah, that she's gotten quite a lot of use from. It took about 3 yards for the complete outfit here. You could make it with contrast, but I brought the zipper all the way down so that she could open and close it and use it like a duster for almost like a sweater when it's cool, but she could also wear it individually as a dress. And she did. The pattern turned out to be quite a favorite amongst my friends, and that's Simplicity 9328, and I made her this athletic dress where the zipper came down to right here. I made it reversible in a tie-dye brown on one side and I think a printed floral on the other side. Did I make it with? Oh boy, let me check. I was having a little brain fog. Next, I made her these leggings that were my favorite 8244 from McCall's, and I made them in reversible in gray and light blue, the athletic knit, and I also made them in the caramel scuba. Now, since these articles have been in place, my daughter did report they do slip. Now, she has a bit of a tummy, and she says that when she runs or walks very fast that they slip. So I'm a little disappointed. I'm going to make them one more time for me and see if it's something, if I need to make them in a smaller size for my daughter for them to be very firm, or if it's a design flaw. It could be this V in the front does not support a tummy. We will see. I will make them again and report back to you. The pattern I used with this Sew Half 7 was the Cosmos sweatshirt and the Celestial pencil, the Elemental pencil skirt. I made the Elemental pencil skirt. I cut it off just below the knee because I knew that my daughter does quite a bit of walking and riding her bike. Making it reversible was like making it have a kind of shapewear underneath the skirt, and she's had full use of both sides. So I'll show you what I mean by that. This is the warm palette skirts that I decided to make for her. This was hanging up, so it didn't get packed, so it didn't get to go to Portland. But this is the floral ITY on one side, and here is the caramel scuba on the other side. And I think the reason this didn't make it to Portland is because I was going to add pockets to this design because my daughter loves pockets. So once again, it was very simple design. The two fabrics went along. The ITY, the brushed, it's beautiful feeling, and the ITY went together perfectly. And I think I have a picture of my daughter wearing this skirt right over here. This is Simplicity. Ignore the sign. 8,000. I got it for 97 cents, I believe, at a Walmart. I've made this before. It's a crisscross over shirt. I'll show you it over here. And I've also made it in a heathered, beautiful fabric that I'd gotten from Melanated Fabrics. I resolve from now on, it is in my favorites cabinet. From now on, I am going to lengthen the body of this probably about 4 inches or 5 inches. I find with the larger bust, this comes up too high. And though I think it looks very cute on Sarah, I would love to make that shirt again, but with a longer body so that the crisscross lands at a different place. The next piece I made for Sarah's wardrobe was this Sewing with Nancy by McCall's 4312 pattern. I do not believe you can find this. I haven't had much luck finding it. It's very old, but I used this crisscross shirt pattern and I made it in this beautiful pastel, almost an ITY, but it's just a very thin knit. I did not make it reversible. It is actually one ply, and she has worn it and worn it and worn it. And so it's gotten softer and softer and softer, but it went with the palette. It's a wonderful piece to add in between, because when she got to Portland about a couple weeks ago, they're not into summer yet, still in the 40s and 50s and such, so it worked perfectly. This is another piece. This is my favorite Vogue duster, and I made it for her with the pattern ITY on one side and the scuba fabric on the other side. And I made it open all the way. I wanted her to use it as a duster, like over her clothes if it was cold, or as a singular dress if it was in between. It couldn't fit in the luggage. It put her over where she wanted to be. So I'm holding on to it for her, but it's a lovely dress. It is reversible, and I will show you what it looks like right here. This next make is the Know Me pattern by, I think, is this Alyssa Grace? Yes, it is Alicia Grace. And it is Nomi, ME2062. I was taken with these two-tone overalls. My eldest daughter, is an overall fan. And so I acquired at Pings some different types of denim to work on these overalls for her. Now, she did not want me to go crazy on the insert, so I found a more subdued denim. So it is kind of light and dark denim. They came out, I think, really, really nice. I was not happy with the front bib being a single line, so I doubled it. And since she likes to be in the garden and everything, I backed up the bib with that lining fabric that I found in Pings, of course. But I cannot set her latches and her jeans hardware in place yet. I need her to try them on. I need to see if the waist is okay, if the hips are okay. So I have boxed it up. I don't have a picture for her of her wearing them yet. I will get back with you, but the next time I see her, I will fit these on her and complete her overalls. So believe it or not, I actually found time to make myself a little something. I was supposed to go on a trip to Negril with my retirement group, and I was torn between this outfit, Simplicity 9756. I thought it was beautiful, and I thought it'd be nice and wonderful for Negril, but I don't know. I ended up making a layer cake dress, which I'll show over here, and it was perfect. It was just perfection. But I finished the buttons on this one, and I wanted you to see what it looks like. I think it turned out beautifully. So it is made up of an pull-on pants, an oversized relaxed fit long shirt, and a bralette. I didn't bother with the bralette because I wasn't going to feel comfortable on the trip if it wasn't quite right. So I skipped the bralette and substituted a sparkly camisole top. The pants are the 3-level gathered waist, elastic waist with a string through the center part. They're not very generous as far as size. Like, I thought because the shirt was so oversized that they fit, but I wanted a little bit more ease in them, especially since I made this. This is a rayon that I purchased from Fabric Mart Fabrics. It is tissue thin, y'all. So I'm worried that if I twist too far or something, I might have a rip. I mean, it is really tissue thin. You can see how you can see through them. So they feel wonderful. And as you can tell by the breeze blowing and everything, that they're going to be wonderful at the beach. But I would have liked a little bit more ease in them. All right. Oh, here's the sparkle shirt. Oh, I'll turn it inside out for you. Let me show you the long shirt in the meantime. It's a relaxed fit shirt. It has a bias strip placket on the side, so that's simple. It's not like a formal placket. And it has a yoked back with a pleat. And as you can see, it's quite sheer. It's opaque. It's diaphanous. So you can, it's very light. It's very nice. I will make it again, but I think I will substitute the pants for another pair of pants. Last but not least, I'm in love with the apron dress. I will show you a couple of dresses here I've made that are apron dresses. Now, I love the tie in front and tie in the back, and so I'm going through little by little, doing all the apron dresses I come across. So this is Butterick 6985. It's a retro pattern, and I made this version right here. Well, there's only one version. I did like it because it had these darts at the back, and I thought the darts at the back gave it a little bit more form at the back, right? So I loved it. So I brought fabric back for me in Egypt. When we went to Egypt last year. We went to a fabric store and they had a lot of fabric that I don't know if it's necessarily home to Egypt. I think they just had it made with Egyptian themes. So I fell in love with this very graphic. It almost looked to me like denim, with all of the hieroglyphics on it, the passage to the Sea of the Dead, Horus, all the different Tutankhamun, all that kind of stuff on it. And on the other side, this beautiful viscose that I came across from Elliott Behrman Textiles. Now I bought them for myself last year for my birthday. They were quite expensive for the Behrman viscose print, but you can see that it's a little sheer and it's multi-level, so it's very light, it's not too heavy, and this is what it looks like here. So then I'll show you the other side. So what I like, it's a great packing piece because you can wear one side, especially over a bathing suit. You can have it on one side, go home the next day, and whip out the other side. And I just loved making it. That was April. I'm trying to think what else. There's nothing else I really wanted to make. Everything I made was something I enjoyed. I love sewing for my Sarah. She's such an inspiration to me. And I love I guess it's 3 items that I made for myself. I think that if you just take your time, do a little bit every couple of days, you will get there. Remember, I'm retired. So I can sew every morning for a little time before my dad wakes up, right? So if you see me making all these things, it's because I sport sew. This is what I love to do, all right? It's meant to encourage, not to frustrate you. And I hope you take it that way. It's just encouragement. I love working with fabric. I love the colors. I love the ideas. Some things work, some things don't. All right, so I will promise you that I will show you when it doesn't work. All right, so that was April. Keep sewing, take care, and we will have one of these for you next month.